Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is officially confirming the new warning signal in the immediate short term, while we are failing to see new liquidity building above the price of Bitcoin in the short term, which is something that we need to pay attention to, while the US stock market just over the last one day hit a new all-time record high. But at least for now, the RSI in the short term is still currently forming lower highs, something that we need to pay attention to, alongside, of course, Ethereum now officially starting to already play out and confirm this new warning signal in the immediate short term, repeating history, while the price of XRP is once again perfectly rejecting from this exact area of resistance in the short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin and crypto charts today, taking a quick look at the US stock market today. This is the S&P 500 index on the 4-hour time frame. And of course, over the last one day, both the S&P 500 index and the Nasdaq 100 index have, of course, hit new all-time record highs. Remember, we're still clearly within a bullish trend right now, but technically speaking, while the trend is continuing in the bullish direction, of course, even though, yes, we're seeing higher highs in the price action, very clearly already confirmed, we're technically still forming, not yet fully confirmed, but still forming lower highs here in the RSI, at least here on the 4-hour time frame. And so obviously this is still a potential bearish divergence currently forming right now. Of course, it's not yet currently confirmed. We need to actually properly confirm this lower high in place and start seeing a decent rejection like this in the RSI to actually confirm this lower high in place. Because, for example, if we just keep pumping like this and the RSI pushes above this previous high, then in that situation, there's no divergence at all. So basically, we need to see some sort of little rejection or pullback start confirming in the coming days, in the next few trading days in the RSI, in order to actually confirm this bearish divergence in place. But for now, it is still a potential signal forming right now, so something to watch out for. But remember, whether or not this confirms, we are technically still in a bullish trend. Even if this confirms here, it could just result in a bit of a short-term cool-off, but technically we could still remain in the bullish trend. And so with that being said, taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today on the weekly time frame, not much has changed over the last one day. Super trend indicator still sitting in the red, but we're still playing out this massive oversold signal in the weekly Bitcoin RSI very nicely here, which has been the case over the last 1 to 2 months now, playing out a massive bullish relief, somewhat similar to what we saw last time around July to August 2022. Obviously, we played out a major bullish relief back then, not necessarily the bottom of the larger trend, but still a major bullish relief either way. And obviously that's still continuing to play out right now. But if we're taking a look at the 3-day Bitcoin price chart, obviously ever since we confirmed that breakout above around 76,000, that was a significant change in the price structure, at least in the somewhat shorter term trend here. Obviously we've been basically trending in the bullish direction, technically speaking, since that breakout above 76,000. Obviously we broke out above the range high here, above a significant point of resistance, technically have a bit of a W pattern playing out as well, which is also a form of a bottom signal, of course. And since that breakout above 76,000 a couple of weeks ago, we've since actually retested that area and flipped this previous resistance into new support, which is all bullish price structure. And so just keep that in mind. Despite seeing potential short-term warning signals, which I'll talk about in just a moment, the overall trend right now, especially here on the 3-day time frame, is still more bullish than bearish, which is also the case for the stock market. Remember, yes, we could see slowdowns and potential warning signals form in the shorter term, but technically the overall trend still currently bullish. So keep that in mind. And the next significant resistance for Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame is at closer towards around 86,000, which has been a price target of mine basically ever since we broke out above around 76,000. And if we're taking a look at the very short-term moves here on the 4-hour time frame, once again for over a month now, since basically the end of March onwards, the price of Bitcoin, technically speaking, has been trending in the bullish direction, and that is technically still the case right now, even if we potentially now have this warning signal starting to confirm. And so obviously over the last couple of days, the price of Bitcoin has pushed a bit higher here, creating higher highs in the price in the candle closes. But while creating higher highs in the price, similar to the stock market, the RSI is currently creating lower highs here in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI. But unlike the stock market, where this is not really fully confirmed in place. It's still forming. Unlike that, of course, Bitcoin has started to confirm the lower high in place with a decent rejection now actually cementing this lower high in place in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, which is now technically starting to confirm the bearish divergence just in the short term. And now remember, a bearish divergence is not necessarily a reversal signal, and it does not necessarily mean we're going to see a massive amount of bearish price action, maybe some bearish price action. Obviously, if we're looking at the outcomes of these last couple of bearish divergences, we remained in the bullish trend during the outcomes of these bearish divergences. But yes, we did see just either a slight pullback or a decent cool off, usually in the following days following a bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. And so it is quite likely that at least over the next one day, maybe the next couple of days, maybe 2 to 3 days, but at least over the next one day, it's quite likely we'll either have a slight pullback in the price or maybe just a bit of choppy sideways price action, basically just slowing down, maybe a slight setback, not necessarily a huge crash, not a massive trend reversal, just a bit of a short-term slowdown from all of the bullish price action, most likely within the next 1 to 2 days or so, if history is any indication. But remember, not necessarily a reversal signal. It's possible we can remain in this bullish trend after first potentially playing out a bit of a cool off in the short term. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we could see that obviously over the last 1 week or so, the price of Bitcoin has been wiping out major levels of liquidity, especially that level at around 79,000, give or take. We had significant liquidity around there. And obviously the price perfectly took out that liquidity roughly half a week ago. And then just a couple of days ago, obviously we perfectly wiped out the liquidity at roughly 81,000, exactly as I've been talking about here on the channel. But now we don't really have a lot of liquidity just above the price of Bitcoin, at least right now. Potentially, as this cool off starts to play out a little longer here, maybe over the next 1 or 2 days or so, potentially during that time period, over the next couple of days, it's possible we still form some new liquidity over the next couple of days. So obviously keep an eye out for that, which I will keep you up to date here on the channel as always every day. But at least for now, the current situation is that we don't really have a significant level of liquidity, both to the upside or to the downside. We've already wiped out a lot of the upside liquidity here, which means potentially we are due to see now a bit of a cool off in the price, because one of the major catalysts helping to kind of pull the price further towards the upside has of course been these points of liquidity, liquidating a bunch of short positions. But we've now basically burnt a lot of that fuel. We've used up a lot of that bullish catalyst. And so now it's perfectly normal to see a bit of a cool off. But remember, the overall trend is technically still bullish, which means we can potentially remain in the bullish trend after first seeing some sort of cool off within the next 1 or 2 days or so. And as for potential points of support to watch out for, if we were to see a bit more of a pullback here in that situation, I would expect some support at give or take $80,000, but really a lot of support at just above 79,000, around 79,000 to 79.3K as a major level of support based on previous significant resistance, flipping into new support at just above 79,000 once again. And below that, I'd expect a small amount of support at around 78,000 and also massive support at around 75,500 if the price obviously first breaks below these other levels. But overall, that is my exact expectation in the shorter term for the next 1 or 2 days, and the overall trend remaining the same, of course, and the key levels and signals to watch out for moving forward. And if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, right now the Bitcoin dominance is continuing to hold above that 61% level, which obviously was previous significant resistance and is now acting as support in the short term, really in between 60.5% to 61%, now likely acting as a strong area of support. And so technically speaking, of course, with the Bitcoin dominance looking bullish, this is overall good news for Bitcoin, but not really good news for the altcoin market, because in case you're new to all of this, of course, the Bitcoin dominance trending towards the upside means the altcoins are just basically underperforming Bitcoin on average. Not every altcoin, of course, some altcoins here and there can be outliers and can be still massively outperforming Bitcoin, but most of the altcoins, a lot of the altcoins, especially the larger altcoins out there on average, once again, are simply just at least slightly underperforming whatever Bitcoin is doing. And considering the recent breakout and the current price structure here in the Bitcoin dominance, it's likely that that will continue at least in the coming days, possibly at least in the coming weeks moving forward. So keep that in mind. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, right now the price of ETH is still struggling in this massive area of resistance in between 2.2K to 2.4K. So that 2.4K level is still definitely a significant level of resistance to watch out for. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term moves here on the 4-hour Ethereum price chart over the last one day, the price of ETH is now officially formed and confirmed a new bearish divergence, very similar to Bitcoin. Once again, a lot of these altcoins follow very similar price action to whatever Bitcoin does, but with the Bitcoin dominance looking bullish right now, it means a lot of these altcoins are doing just slightly worse than whatever Bitcoin is doing. So of course, with Bitcoin starting to slowly play out this bearish divergence, Ethereum is already well and truly playing out this bearish divergence. And if we're simply taking a look at the last bearish divergence that formed and confirmed here on the 4-hour Ethereum price chart, obviously that played out in a decent pullback over the next couple of days or so. If we're measuring from this high to the next low, it was roughly 2 days and about a 7% move down. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean we're going to see the exact same move again this time around, but that's just to give you an idea of what's typical from a bearish divergence for Ethereum here on the 4-hour time frame. And so it is quite likely that at least over the next day, maybe longer, maybe another couple of days, but at least over the next 24 hours, it's quite likely we'll continue a bit more of a cool off here, showing some weakness, lacking bullish momentum. Not necessarily a huge crash, but most likely either a slight pullback or maybe just a bit of choppy sideways price action as the most common outcomes from a bearish divergence. So those are my expectations moving forward for Ethereum. And as for possible points of support to watch out for, I'd watch out for this level right here, which we're close to testing at just above 2.3K, around 2310, give or take. And below that, we have some major support at around 2260 and more support at around 2230. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame, technically we've not yet confirmed any reversal out of this larger bearish trend, but we're still holding this significant support here at around $1.30. And if we're taking a look at the short-term moves, looking at the 4-hour time frame, obviously just a matter of hours ago over the last one day, we've now officially confirmed yet another perfect rejection from my exact resistance here, still sitting in between $1.45 to $1.47. So continue to expect a lot of resistance, especially closer towards $1.45, give or take. That is a clear point of resistance for the price of XRP, at least right now in the short term. And as for support to watch out for as we continue this pullback here, we are possibly running into a bit of support here based on this previous resistance and also previous support potentially acting as a bit of support here, which we're testing right now at around $1.41. But honestly, the next important support is closer towards around $1.39. And if we break below $1.39 in that situation, we could potentially see a move all the way down towards around $1.35 as the next important support. But remember, XRP, along with a lot of these major altcoins, are likely going to follow similar price action to Bitcoin, but most likely a little bit worse than whatever Bitcoin does here, thanks to the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is bullish. So of course, with Bitcoin potentially set to play out some sort of cool off, maybe just a slight pullback here in the short term, it's likely that XRP and other altcoins will play out once again something slightly worse. Not necessarily much worse, but basically a pullback is quite likely, which we're already starting to see right now. And if we're taking a look at Solana on the 3-day time frame, obviously we've not yet confirmed any massive reversal out of this larger bearish trend, but in the shorter term to mid-term on the 3-day time frame, we're still in this massive range right here, bouncing between support and resistance. So we still have strong support in between $75 to $80 and strong resistance in between $95 to $105. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term moves here on the 4-hour time frame, just like XRP obviously starting to reject from this strong area of resistance, Solana is also now starting to struggle and reject from this exact area of resistance, still sitting in between roughly $88.60 to $90.70. And of course, we're also playing out an overbought signal in the 4-hour Solana RSI, similar to XRP playing out an overbought signal, and of course many other altcoins in the short term playing out overbought signals on the smaller time frames at the same time as running into resistance, which are of course strong signals just in the short term, telling us that we're due to see some sort of cool off, most likely a slight pullback rejecting from resistance, but not necessarily a crash all the way below these previous lows, just some sort of rejection or struggle in the short term, lacking bullish momentum is quite likely, at least over the next day, maybe couple of days. But as for support to watch out for, we could find some support at around 87.80, but the next important area of support to watch out for is in between roughly $85 to $86. And if we're taking a look at the price of Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, technically we've not yet fully confirmed the end of this larger bearish trend, but the price of Chainlink is actually very close to confirming a possible breakout above that $10 level. But considering what's happening right now in the short term for Solana, for XRP, and obviously a lot of these cryptos right now, Bitcoin included, obviously it's unlikely we'll see a huge breakout, at least in the next day. Maybe let's just say in a few days from now or a week from now, it's more possible, more likely, but at least in the next day, it's quite likely we'll play out a bit of a cool off, basically following the rest of the market for the price of Chainlink. It's a very likely scenario here in the short term, considering obviously we're still finding resistance at that $10 level, at least for now. And so that is the situation. Those are my expectations in the shorter term and the key levels and signals to watch out for moving forward. And of course, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out the links below this video in the description and in the pinned comment to those crypto exchanges if you want to take advantage of massive bonuses and fee discounts and things like that you can claim using those links below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. So if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well take advantage of those extra bonuses below the video. And of course, if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves, no matter what direction the price goes, to profit at all times in the market, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.